Hey guys, I'm Myrra, style and travel blogger from the blog Yours Truly Myrra, and in this video I'm going to tell you some of my best tips on planning for your first solo travel. Let's go! Hey guys! Welcome to another video in our Travel Solo plus Travel Bravely series where I talk about some things for you to overcome your fear of solo traveling. If you're new here, welcome! I'm Myrra and I am a blogger committed to helping you guys travel the world and make your dreams happen one little action step at a time. If you like to join our little community here, our Wandering Dreamers community, I will be putting the link below to subscribe to my blog, and also you can hit subscribe. You can hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up because I really appreciate it, guys, and it means the world to me. So yeah, let's dive in. I know. As much as we love spontaneous trips, because I know how fun they can be, right? But it's also really important to have a plan ready. And that's what we're gonna talk about today. Because I think that traveling spontaneously is really amazing. But I also think that you should always have a plan ready for you to be prepared for those unexpected moments, and also the necessary things like accommodation, itineraries, where to go, right? You don't want to go to a new city and find yourself stuck in your hostel because you don't know where to go. And you also have to be prepared for your SIM card and data, where you can work at if you have work, right? So yeah, let's start. My first tip for you to plan your solo travel is to actually practice solo travel on your own. It doesn't have to be fancy. You don't have to go to a new country already and stuff like that. No, you can practice by going to a new city in maybe your region. For example, I'm from Bicol in the Philippines, so if I'm from Camarines Sur, I can travel like through a bus to go to Albay and check out Mayon volcano or some other things to do there, right? It doesn't have to be fancy. You can just go through a bus or a tricycle or a jeepney if you have jeepney, and yeah, go practice on your own. Go practice eating alone and stuff like that, so you wouldn't be awkward on your official solo travel trip. Second tip is to research your destination. You don't want to go to a new city without actually knowing first the requirements for maybe a visa or your passport there, if it even requires visa, right? And also, I think you should focus first on the cities and countries that are supposed or said to be safe for solo travelers, especially for solo female travelers like us. And this is connected to my video, How to Convince Your Parents to Let You Travel. I will put the link in here. There I've said that you should focus first on these safe cities so as for your parents not to actually freak out, right? Or worry too much on how you're doing. You should focus on your safety. As I've said, you should research on the visa or if there are any vaccines needed to actually go to that country, and also the local currency and the cost of living, and also the safest neighborhoods to stay in that city, because you're not a local there. Honestly, you're not a local there, so you should trust the people who have actually been there already and follow their instructions or tips. Also, be prepared for tourist scams, alright? Let's talk about this for a second. Europe is so popular for pickpocket. I have quite a little bit of experience in that. So let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about my experience on pickpocket. So that's why I'm warning you guys to always be prepared. Third tip is to get a travel insurance. It's really important. When I went to Europe, I had my travel insurance, and I'm providing you a link below of the World Nomads Insurance, because it wasn't me who prepared my travel insurance back when I went to Europe as an exchange student. I hadn't had a chance to try their insurance first. As I researched and heard from a lot of solo travelers, bloggers, and a lot of people who travel for a living, World Nomads travel insurance is really good. Yeah, I will put the link below. It's important to get the travel insurance because of course we don't know what's gonna happen. There are a lot of uncertainties, as I've always said, so we should always be prepared as solo female travelers. Got it? Fourth one, you should research about this in my second tip, but the fourth tip for you is about international data or cellular data and SIM cards. Before going to a new city or a new country, you should research first whether or not you should buy a SIM card, or you don't have to because there are a lot of Wi-Fi spots, for example, or you're good with your phone and you saved all your plans already and stuff like that. So it's a decision to make as a solo traveler. I think for me, it's really important to have cellular data when I travel because we don't always find those free Wi-Fi spots, right? And I can tell you that in Europe there's a lot of Wi-Fi spots. I survived one city without any cellular data at all. But for example, London, I couldn't survive it without cellular data, so I had to buy a Vodafone there because transport systems there is so hard. It's really a big city, so I don't want to get lost. I mean, I could get lost, but I don't want to get to those neighborhoods that aren't really safe, or like maybe it's so far that honestly, I was so scared back then. So cellular data is so important for me because I think I could always Google Maps where I'm at. I love Google Maps. I couldn't survive it without Google Maps, I swear. Fifth tip is to inform your bank and bring cash. Before going out of the country, make sure to inform your bank that you're gonna be out of the country because they can cancel, they can block all your transactions in your card, in your travel card once you're out of the country already, because it's gonna be sketchy for them that someone is actually using that card in another country. So yeah, inform them that you're gonna be out of the country. And then also bring cash because cash is so handy, guys. There are always places that don't accept cards, credit cards or debit cards, so you have to prepare cash. Sixth tip is to prepare and plan for your accommodation. And as I've said earlier, you should check out the safest neighborhoods where to stay at. And so for accommodation, this is where the challenge begins. Because it's the common dilemma for solo travelers is whether or not they're gonna book a hotel or a hostel. And honestly, I think hostels are really good, especially for us solo travelers because we meet a lot of people there. Don't be mistaken, I'm an introvert. I was a really shy person back then, but I love meeting people outside of the country. No, not really. I love meeting people now after I solo travel because it's really advantageous that you get to have connections around the world, and also when you get to talk to them, you will be open to a lot of perspectives, and it's really nice to actually know their perspectives from where they come from. And yeah, it's just really fun getting to know a lot of people. I mean, I'm not suggesting if you guys don't feel comfortable in hostels, then don't book it at all, but I just mean you should try at least once. And then if you don't like the ambience or the vibe, then you could go ahead in your next trips and book your own hotel where you get to enjoy your bed and alone and your own restroom and stuff like that. So if you want that, then go ahead. But if you like meeting people, which I recommend, then go ahead, book a hostel. Seventh tip is to get ready for your plans on itineraries or places to go to or restaurants to eat at. Because when you're preparing for your trip, you should know where to go. You can actually list down those if you're a really spontaneous traveler who doesn't care about like the organized travel list, right? Where I'm gonna go here at 8 a.m. and then I'm gonna go here at 10 and then I'm gonna go here at 12. It's not like that. As a solo traveler, you own your time. You don't have some people to compromise with when it comes to picking your locations to go to. So, which I think is better, right? Go ahead and research before your trip, okay? Where you could go at, and maybe just have a list. That's what I did when I was in Ljubljana, Slovenia. I just listed all the things that I needed to see according to the travel blogs that I've read, and then I didn't really plan on which one I'm gonna go to first or whatever, because I was just gonna spend one day there. So an 8th tip for your planning is to actually pack lightly, which I'm guilty of because I always pack and ask myself, do I need this? Oh, maybe I'm gonna need this someday in my trip, so I'm gonna put it in my luggage. And then, oh, do I need this? Oh, maybe I'm gonna use this. Okay, that's not good. You should just pack whatever you think you need. I think I'm gonna make a video of that in the future. Comment down below, guys, if you want a video of how to pack so I could teach you guys. I'm not really an expert so much on that, but I've learned a thing or two, right? So I'm gonna teach you my techniques on packing. If you want me to make a video on that, so comment down below. While planning for your trip, list down all the things that you need and then check them out. Make sure not to miss anything. If you need some shampoos or whatever, I think you can buy that there. But just pack lightly. Things like denim jacket or plain shirts, like this isn't a shirt, this is a long sleeve one. But I love neutrals when it comes to traveling because you can pair them up with a lot of things. So that's it, loves. I hope you learned a thing or two from this video. If you guys have any more questions, just leave a comment below. I will make sure to check them out and reply to you, because I reply to every comment, okay? And if you like this video, please click thumbs up and subscribe to my channel by clicking the red button below. And you could also share this to your friends who may be planning for their travel as well. I think these tips can also be applicable for your travels, whether or not you have company or you're going solo. So yeah, and you can also follow my Instagram. You keep updated on some of my stories because I actually have a lot of things in store for you guys because I love making content for you. I post a lot of tips there as well for solo travelers, and also some tips on making your dreams happen, because I believe that for our dreams to happen, we shouldn't just sit here and wait for them to happen. We should make them happen ourselves. That's it, loves. Thanks for watching and see you again soon. Bye! Hey guys, I'm in the loo right now.